Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming next.
Good Sports was recorded live on Saturday, February 18th.
Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I am Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Today we're here at the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City. The healthcare resorts are shaping and changing the way healthcare is being delivered to the KC metropolitan area. With the fusion of world-class healthcare and personalized hospitality, you encounter an experience that is truly unique and memorable. The Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, where we are today, is located at 8900 Parallel Parkway in Kansas City, Kansas. For more information on the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, visit thehealthcareresortkc.com or call 913-788-2100. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness can be picked up at over 700 locations in KC, and it's absolutely free. Also, this month, KC Sports celebrates our 19th year and 11th month as the Sports Illustrated of Kansas City. Now, in our hockey report presented by the KCI Center, we celebrate Hockey Week across America and the Try Hockey for Free programs in February at the KCI Center. And in Chloe's Corner, the Wren Insurance Tennis Report, we introduce you to the founder of EssentialTennis.com, Ian Westerman. Now joining us is Dan Mulvany. He is the marketing director for the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City. Welcome, Dan. Thank you for hosting us today. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hi, Steve. We really appreciate you coming out today.
Oh, it's a blast. It's been a blast. I showed up here for a tour a couple of days ago. It's a truly unique approach to healthcare. Let's start by talking about that. The Healthcare Resort seems very different than other skilled care facilities or nursing homes. What's the difference between what it is you do and other things that are out there that people can consider for their loved ones?
Well, absolutely, Steve. That is kind of the goal. And as you saw, we are different. And the idea behind that is really to break the mold of how people view nursing homes and skilled nursing facilities. We really focus on that resort name. It's important to us that our guests that come here are in a great mood and have plenty of amenities to help kind of keep them occupied while they're here, because rehab is very mental.
Yeah. I can certainly bet that it's mental and physical, and just the process of going through that can be, very stressful. But yet, with the amenities and the things that you have around here, it brings life back to them as well.
Absolutely, that's the idea. At a max, the patient's going to get 3 hours of rehab a day. And so my mindset is how to fill that the rest of that time, though. We want to keep them in a good mood and in good spirits. That way we can get them home faster.
Yeah.
We do that with several different amenities, as you spoke of. We have our movie theater, where has a full Netflix account as well as DVDs that guests can kind of go and watch stuff with their families that come up. We have a bistro that serves a full menu almost all day and almost all night, depending on what the staffing on that individual day. Welcome areas for families to come in and speak and talk to everyone as well. We have a putting green out back, so maybe that goal is to get back on the golf course when you get home, and we're going to set you up to make sure you can do that.
Yeah, definitely. So there are actually 5 of these facilities, 4 other locations across the city. We're here in Kansas City, Kansas, off of Parallel Parkway. Where are the other locations?
Yes, we are in Kansas City, Kansas is our first location.
Oh, okay.
It's a year anniversary last October.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate that. And then in that year, we opened up, like you said, 4 more locations, one in Topeka, which is a little out of the metro area. We're also in Shawnee Mission, Olathe, and Leawood.
Okay. So you've got a facility for just about everyone to be able to find in their part of town, which is really good for families and good for the individual to be in their part of town.
Yes, sir.
Well.
Very strategically placed around the metro area. That way, even if you're on the other side of the state line in Missouri, no matter where you are, we have one that would accommodate you.
Yeah, and I know this one is right across the street from Providence Med Center. Are the other ones strategically placed in that type of way so that it's easy for the patients or the guests to get over here?
Very similar. Our Shawnee Resort is very close to Shawnee Mission Medical Center, and our Leawood Resort is very close to Menorah Hospital as well as St. Joseph Hospital, which is right on the other side of the state line.
Sure.
And our Olathe one is right across the street from Olathe Med Center.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that is thus the strategic word
that's
there. So this grew in part because of the need for hospitals to discharge patients because of insurance and things like that as quickly as possible. You guys popped up as a solution between the hospital and the home. And one of the things that I found interesting in one of the brochures you gave me is the phrase, less hospital, more hospitality. So how does that all fit in, and why is that important to the individual?
Well, we're going to make everyone more comfortable. That's the patient, that's the hospital, and the families as well. The idea being when they leave the hospital, for whatever reason, that we're going to make sure that they're appropriate to go back home. And so they're going to come here first to get that strength back, to get all the individual skills back that they'll need to return to the home setting.
Right.
And hospitality is our big thing.
Right.
We want to take care of our guests and make sure that they're happy while they're here. And, nobody wants to go away from home.
Right.
You go spend 2 weeks in the hospital, the last thing you want to do is go somewhere else. So
Yeah.
if we can push that resort name and make them feel comfortable and enjoy themselves a little bit, it kind of takes some of that burden off.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. So if someone is, someone seeing this and they're trying to get their loved one into one of your buildings, what's the process that they go through? How can they find out more information?
Well, there's several ways to do it. We have our website, which is the healthcareresortkc.com, and all the different resorts have their own / with whatever city that they're located in.
Sure.
They can do it by contacting us directly, and then we can kind of facilitate through the hospital or with whatever hospital they're in the entire metro area. It is the patient choice where they go for skilled nursing. So what they can do is tell their case manager or their doctor or nurse that this is what they'd like to see or at least talk about, and we'll come up from there and start an introduction and make sure it's a smooth process.
That's great, and make it easy, obviously easy for the family, because it is a stressful situation that you're going through.
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, to bring people into a resort like this where there's plenty of other things. You got a popcorn machine over here. I think that's terrific. That's just really great. That's going to make things a lot of fun when you're going into the home the theater setup that you have. So you also mentioned your executive chef and some of the culinary options that you offer to your guests. Fill us in a little bit more on that.
Yes, our chef here in Kansas City, Kansas is Homero Cruz, and he is a certified chef, and he does some amazing stuff with some of our food, because each patient that comes in is going to have their own dietary needs as well.
Yeah.
So he takes those into account and still provides the best food possible. So when you've been eating that hospital food for 10 days or so, you get to come here and kind of get a little relief.
And is it a structured morning breakfast, lunch, dinner type of setup? Because
Yeah.
I know you've got rooms, you've got kind of community rooms where people come together to eat and stuff like
Absolutely. Homero has a lot of fun at his job, and so he tries to experiment a little bit and have a good time, and he'll do a special for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if that's not what the guest is feeling that day, they have a full menu they can also order off of as well.
I gotcha.
We do have communal eating areas, and guests are allowed to eat in the rooms also.
Sure.
But we definitely promote those dining room areas because everyone's there for the same reason, and kind of can help motivate each other and really kind of pass that time and get home faster.
Yeah, and the social aspect also helps in
Absolutely.
in getting past the efforts that you have to take to get home.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. So you mentioned your chef. He's one of the people. We're going to talk to a couple of the other people here that take care of director of nursing and the director of rehab. Tell us about the employees and why they are a critical piece to this environment and what it is that they offer to the patients and how they work together and all that kind of stuff.
The employees are the crucial piece to these buildings. We hand select everything from our nursing staff to our custodial staff, and everyone's here for the same reason, and that's to help take care of people. We don't want people to look at this as a job, as more of a calling. And it really shows in the atmosphere in all the buildings.
Definitely, and I've seen that, in talking off camera with some of the people that we're going to talk to. They just seem to really care about what's going on here and bring all that to their efforts that I can tell, with the patients. When you showed me around, we looked in the gym and it was very, very busy, and it looked like everybody was engaging with their particular customer, their particular guests that they were working with, and it seemed to be a good rapport back and forth with those people, and that's what you want.
Absolutely.
That's definitely one. So give us the information on how people can reach you again.
Well, again, they can call our building directly. That number is 913-788-2100. They can also, again, speak with any of the case managers at any of the hospitals that their loved one's already in. They are going to be aware of us and know how to contact us and make that process smooth. We also can go online at the healthcareresortkc.com.
Gotcha. Well, Dan, again, thanks for hosting us. Thanks for coming on the show today. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the KC Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We're coming to you from the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City. They're located at 8900 Parallel Parkway in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back.
Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for classes, or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. That's 913-441-3033. These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $37 on weekdays and $43 on weekends, including cart. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Learn the basics or refine your game at the Coach's Open House held each month at Mission Bowl in Olathe. To learn more, visit missionbowl.com or call 913-782-0279. The next Coach's Open House is March 27th, so sign up today. People today use hundreds of sources to find local information online. Have you Googled yourself lately? Bad online comments can irreparably damage you and your business. For a free online strategy review, contact Market Leverage at 816-600-0564. That's 816-600-0564. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Contact Bill Halberstadt from RE/MAX at 816-903-1519. That's 816-903-1519.
Teamwork Sports provides volunteer coaches with back office team management, uniforms and equipment choices, and indoor practice fields so coaches can do what they do best, coach. Visit their website, teamworksportskc.com, for more information on how Teamwork Sports can provide equipment, services, and practice facilities to your team. Teamwork Sports caters to baseball, softball, soccer, and lacrosse teams. Visit their practice facility at 310 West 80th Street, just off Warnell, or go online to teamworksportskc.com.
Be a part of revitalizing golf by purchasing your copy of the Golf Hospitality Association Playbook for just $20. The playbook is for golf courses, beginning golfers, marshals, and course staff. For more information on the playbook and membership perks, visit golfhospitalityassociation.org or call 816-398-4110. Look for special offers at Papa's Coffee Express inside this month's KC Sports Magazine. Visit them at 124 South Forest and Liberty or call 816-415-0652. Whatever your sport, maximize your performance at Core Strategies Physical Therapy, Sports Performance, and Medical Fitness Center in Overland Park. The team at Core specializes in rehab and performance training for all ages and activity levels. To learn more about Core's sports-specific programs, visit coreptkc.com or call 913-322-4000.
Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City. The healthcare resorts are shaping and changing the way healthcare is being delivered to the KC metropolitan area. With the fusion of world-class healthcare and personalized hospitality, you encounter an experience that is truly unique and memorable. The Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, where we are today, is located at 8900 Parallel Parkway in Kansas City, Kansas. For more information on the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, visit thehealthcareresortkc.com or call 913-788-2100. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports and Fitness, check out our Heartland Soccer Report presented by Market Leverage. This month, we write about the stories of the Global Football Club that's based here in KC. And in this issue, we honor high school top performers from Olathe South, North Kansas City, and Maryville High Schools. And coming up on March 11th, we'll be at the KC Ice Center, located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. And on March 25th, we'll be at Teamwork Sports Practice Facility, located on the east side of Warnell on 80th Street. Laura Eicherl is the Director of Rehab here at the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, and she joins us now on Good Sports. Welcome, Laura. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I know it's a busy day for you guys, and I appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us. First off, I was here checking out the resort for our taping today, and the rehab gym was really busy. I mean, I couldn't believe how many people were in there, how many therapists were helping them. A lot of the equipment looks brand new. Can you tell us about some of the equipment that you have in your gym and how they help to rehab your guests?
Yeah, we have the Ultra G treadmill, which is an anti-gravity treadmill. So it helps people that have a limited weight-bearing status or a difficulty in walking, helping to alleviate the pressure on their joints, and they can get back to a normal walking pattern in a more quick fashion.
Yeah, I found that interesting. I mean, what does it do? It actually lifts, it removes gravity?
Yeah, it fills up with air, and it kind of unweights the person to the percentage that we specify on the treadmill. Okay. And so it is just very cool on how it works. It just puffs up with air, and it's.
Do you feel like you're floating at that point once you're in there, kind of, sort of?
I think so. It feels
Like
a little weird
watery,
at first.
because I know water therapy is for exercise and stuff like that is good on the joints.
It's kind of like walking on the moon.
Oh, very, very cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. I need to try that out after we're done here. So you've got that, and then some of the other equipment that you have there, that you use. What are some of the other things that you
we
use?
have a Dynavision, which is a light board,
right.
And so it helps build that balance that some of our guests are lacking. It also helps with field of vision and reaching across the middle of their body, and it helps improve their balance a lot. Yeah.
So part of the goal here, obviously, is to get people in and out of here as quickly as you possibly can and get them at the point where they can return back to their life. What kinds of therapy do you offer? How does each contribute to that process of getting them out the door as soon as you can?
Well, we have physical therapists who work on the mobility and the walking and the getting in and out of bed type of thing.
Okay.
The things that you kind of take for granted every day.
Yeah.
Occupational therapists we have on staff as well. They help with your activities of daily living, which include cooking and cleaning and dressing and bathing and going to the bathroom, all of those types of things. We also have speech therapy, which helps with your memory and your speech and language, swallowing. Other things that speech therapists can do in this type of setting is help with those high-level cognitive tasks, like balancing your checkbook, managing your medications.
Can I get help with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Managing your medications.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, and just managing your appointments and keeping a schedule, just making sure that memory is right on track when you go home.
Yeah, I noticed in that gym area you had for the occupational therapy, you had a washing machine, you had a kitchen, kind of a kitchen-y type setup and things like that, and those are things you wouldn't even, I might not think about it, but everyday life, those are the things that you have to do.
Absolutely. We have a fully functioning kitchen. We have our guests cook before they go home, because they're going to have to do that when they go back home.
Yeah.
We have a bedroom that is a regular mattress, so that we can practice getting in and out of bed, a regular bed versus hospital bed, because those things are very different.
Right.
We have the washing machine. We can practice doing laundry and those type of tasks. And we also have a full bathroom that has a tub, step in, because that's something that you often forget to think about when you're going home. You have to step into the tub to be able to get into the shower.
Yes, you do. Yeah, for sure. So if you have a loved one that is here, how do you keep families in the loop of what's going on and the progress that you're able to get going with that particular guest?
We have a great interdisciplinary team, and we meet regularly. Our social work department is going to be the point person that is in contact with those families. And if there are questions or problems, those therapists are going to reach out to the family members, or we'll set up a meeting, and everybody will just get together and kind of talk about what we need to do or where we need to go, what kind of barriers we're seeing to getting home quicker.
So you're looking at the overall situation that you're dealing with somebody to try and assist them to get through that process. So if you have a difficult person that, having to go through therapy, having to deal with going from the hospital to a location like this, the resort, there are many benefits to the resort, but you're still going through that therapy. How do you deal with a difficult patient?
We are your biggest cheerleaders in therapy. We are enthusiastic, we are motivated, and we are going to do everything that we can to help you achieve your goals.
Right.
In that, we also recognize that some people may not respond to an assertive therapist. Some may respond better to a softer therapist. I have a very large therapy team. I have 18 to 20 therapists here at any given point.
Wow.
So we have every type of personality that you or your loved one may need to find that right fit to make sure that you get the most out of your experience.
And that makes sense. I mean, obviously from the sports background and interviewing people that I've done, it's a similar thing with coaches. Some kids, you get more out of them if you get in their face. Not that I'm going to do this, but if coach gets in their face and screams at them, other kids, you have to work them in a different way. It sounds like that's the same process
the exact
that you
same
use.
way.
Yeah. So you mentioned you've got 18 plus therapists here. Are they contracted? Are they handpicked? Do they come in part-time? How does all that work?
We are a fully in-house therapy department, which means we handpick our therapists, we interview, and we fit the therapist to our team. We have a group of therapists that work on a as-needed basis as well, and they're all hired in-house. So we share therapists across the resorts, but they're all trained in the same way.
Okay.
And we do not contract our therapists in.
I gotcha. Yeah. So the goals of short-term rehab. What kinds of diagnoses do you deal with, and what do you specialize in? Who's usually walking into the gym, and how you're helping them?
We see a wide variety of people enter our facility. We specialize in joint replacements, and those are short-term rehab folks that may need rehab after their knees, a total knee. People that have fallen and broken their hip on some ice, or sometimes some people have had strokes or have just gotten pneumonia and gotten really weak, and they just need some extra rehab to get stronger in order to go home.
I see. So, the things that you offer here is, it's not just a Monday through Friday or a Monday through Saturday option here. You're working with patients 7 days a week. Yep. You mentioned you have team meetings. Now you offer home evaluations as well. What happens with the home evaluation? If I were to say, hey, mom or dad need to, we need to reset things up for them. What is it that you do?
We work with our rehab folks that are here for their rehab, and if they may need some home modifications or some recommendations for when they go home, because things are not necessarily going to function the same way immediately when you go home. We work within a 5 to 10 mile radius. Each resort has their own radius that they can go to visit people's homes. And then we just go in with typically an occupational therapist, but sometimes a physical therapist, to kind of point out those things that you might want to put a grab bar here, or you need to pull up these rugs, or let's move the bed to the other side of the room because they'll have an easier time getting in and out. Things that we might not know as just a family member that has no experience with this before.
Yeah, it's better to get that, just with anything, it's better to get that advice so that when you go into it the proper way, and can alleviate some other situations and things like that. So you do some other things. We've just got about a half a minute or so, but you do this thing called LSVT Big certification. What is that used for the type of patients that you get involved in?
It's really an incredible program. It's for a neuromuscular movement disorder like Parkinson's. A lot of times Parkinson's people have difficulty with their walking. This encourages big and explosive movements so that they can get back to a normal walking pattern. And it is incredibly successful, and it's backed by evidence-based practice, which is something that therapists are really, really into.
Yeah. Certainly, yeah. So, and then a couple of the other words that I found out are lymphedema and bariatric capabilities. Can you give us just a quick...
Lymphedema helps. We have a lymphedema certified therapist. Lymphedema is a swelling of your arms or legs, typically after removal of a lymph node or something.
I see.
So we have a special technique that we can use to help decrease that swelling as appropriate. And bariatrics, we also work with that's people of a larger stature. We have capabilities and equipment that is able to assist them with getting home faster and more independent.
I see. So, well, Laura Eicherl, who's the director of Rehab, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you coming out. You can contact Laura and find out more about the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City. You can go to their website, thehealthcareresortkc.com, and you call 913-788-2100 for more information. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Jonathan Ford is the Director of Nursing here at the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, and he joins us now on Good Sports. Welcome, Jonathan. Or I should say welcome, because this is your first week, so it really is a welcome to the Healthcare Resorts of Kansas City. How are things going so far?
Things are going great. We have an amazing team here, very welcoming, very positive, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got your plans and things like that are going on. Let's start off. Fill us in on what does a director of nursing do in a facility like this? What do you do, and what are your goals for the people that work with you?
So my responsibility is to the nursing staff and just kind of overall oversight of the nursing and nursing staff and what we're doing here in the building as far as nursing goes. Some of the goals I have, I think, the healthcare resort's doing great. We have a lot of great things. My goals is just to continue to build on those things and continue to grow, and just I want to be a good part of the KCK community,
right?
And be able to take care of those individuals, get them healthy, get them rehabbed, and hopefully get them home.
Sure, certainly. So you're going to bring some ideas to the facility here. What are some of the things that you're hoping to bring to the building?
Like I said, what they're doing here is great as it is. I just want to continue to add to those things.
Gotcha.
If we're going to start looking at more individualized programs, looking at maybe CHF,
which is
congestive heart failure, more like a heart type program.
Okay.
And just continue to grow in that aspect, see where the need is in the community, and be able to address what the community needs, and just be a resource for them. And
well, that's excellent. So tell us about your background. Where'd you come from?
Well, I'm over from the Missouri side.
Okay.
Born and raised St. Joseph, Missouri. Got my nursing degree from Park University.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I came over to the Kansas side just for this opportunity with healthcare resorts, and just to be a part of what we're doing here.
So what brought you here? What specifically drew you to this as a place for a job, but an option for your career too?
It's just an amazing organization. You come in, the building's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we got an amazing therapy team. We got a dietary kitchen. Food's amazing. That doesn't hurt. And I wanted to be a part of this amazing team. We got a lot of positive, bright, intelligent individuals, and this building is continuing to grow, and I'm excited just to be a part of that growth.
Well, much luck to you, Jonathan. I know in the weeks to come things are gonna be obviously more comfortable, and they're gonna improve around here. As far as the ideas that you bring in and the things that you put in place and the care. From everything I've heard, seems excellent. And what it is you do. Thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate that.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, you bet. So you can find out more, and you can contact Jonathan and the others that we've had on the show at the Healthcare Resort by going to thehealthcareresortkc.com. You can also call 913-788-2100 if you have any questions. That'll do it for our show today. My thanks to our host for today's show, the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, and thanks to our guest, Healthcare Resort of KC's Marketing Director, Dan Mulvany, Director of Rehab, Laura Eicherl, and Director of Nursing, Jonathan Ford. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, and check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. You'll find it online at kcsportspaper.com and all over Kansas City, and it's free, so pick it up today.
Would you like to have us tape an episode of Good Sports at your business location? Call us today at 913-764-2050. Elite Gymnastics and Aquatics has been offering recreational and competitive gymnastics for over 40 years. From preschool gymnasts and swimmers to advanced gymnastic competitors, Elite Gymnastics and Aquatics offers a tradition of excellence. For information on classes and activities, visit EliteGymnasticsSwim.com or call Elite Gymnastics and Aquatics at 913-469-5554. And right now, save 50% off registration when you mention KC Sports and Fitness.
Real people, real deals, real estate. Grace Properties and Development buys houses. Call GP&D today and ask for Matt at 844-GPD-PAYS.
For 120 years, Wren Insurance Agency has covered Kansas and Missouri families with reliable, affordable protection. Auto, home, boat, life, flood, or renter's insurance. Wren Insurance has been covering local families since 1896. To learn how Wren Insurance can protect you and in the process help others in the community, visit their website, wreninsurance.com. That's WRENN insurance.com. Or call today at 816-398-4111. The Healthcare Resort of Kansas City is shaping and changing the way that healthcare is being delivered to the KCK metropolitan area. With the fusion of world-class healthcare and personalized hospitality, you encounter an experience that is truly unique and memorable. The Healthcare Resort of Kansas City is located at 8900 Parallel Parkway. For more information on the Healthcare Resort of Kansas City, visit thehealthcareresortkc.com or call 913-788-2100. People today use hundreds of sources to find local information online. Have you Googled yourself lately? Bad online comments can irreparably damage you and your business. For a free online strategy review, contact Market Leverage at 816-600-0564. That's 816-600-0564. Pick up your copy of KC Sports Magazine at any of 700 locations across KC, or find it online at kcsportspaper.com. Check it out today. Thanks for tuning in to Good Sports. Watch more episodes on the Good Sports KC YouTube channel.